Now we're taping. All right, the whole purpose of this YouTube video is to show you how to revive a dead battery that will not charge in a solar powered device here. We had a couple of these that were sitting in a box brand new for years, and went to sell them at a garage sale, and of course they didn't work. So we're just taking out the solar cell right here. We're going to take this apart so we can get at the battery on the inside. All right, flip it over. We got 3 screws in here. I've already fixed this one, so yes, it is working. This is a on and off switch right here. So you take out these 3 Phillips screws. Bam, bam, bam. I think we. All right, and inside we have it's a AAA battery. This is a nickel NiMH, nickel metal hydride battery. All right, these things come out, and it's just like any other alkaline battery, except nickel metal hydride. They are rechargeable. When they've sat for a long time, they don't work very well. If you take your ohm meter out here, like I said, I've already fixed this one. The first time I went to go test it, it was completely dead. This little top right here is positive. Flat side is negative, positive, negative, and I'm on a 2-volt scale. It's a 1.2 battery, or 1.2 volt battery. Right now it's showing 1.235 volts. Okay, so this one's okay. It's already been running for a little while here in the dark, so it's used up some of the juice. No big deal, but if you ever have a dead battery, you'll go ahead and put your ohm meter on there. It's completely dead, and it's not going to charge. There's not enough juice in the battery to charge it. There's a trick to getting it to charge. And what you have to do is you have to take a battery with higher voltage than this one. Sometimes, I prefer, 2 or 3 times the voltage. This is a 9-volt battery, much higher power than I prefer to use putting into this battery. But it's what I've got to work with, so it will work. Most people are not going to be very comfortable hooking up the terminals of the battery for fear of getting shocked, sparks, fire. You do have to be careful. What you don't want to do is you do not want to get these guys touching each other right here. It's very bad. All right, so 9-volt battery. This side's positive, the little guy. Big one is negative. Okay, if we're not comfortable with positive and negative on a battery, you shouldn't be doing this. All right, so this is negative. Flat side negative. Flat side, or this side is positive. And we're going to go ahead and touch this battery. Kind of like this. You might see a little spark. Yeah, this might not be working very good here. Let's try this. Okay. All right. Now, see, we're not really holding it on here for very long. Okay, so what we're doing is we are running 9 volts into this battery, just a little bit at a time. Okay, and what that does is it wakes up the battery. Now, Okay, now if you look at the meter, I hit this battery, it's come up from where it is. Now it says 1.275. So it's even higher than it was before. It puts a charge into the battery. Even any of the battery chargers are going to charge a battery at a higher voltage than what the battery is rated at, till it eventually gets to its charge. But that's what happens. You can wake the battery up by putting an over voltage into the battery. Be careful. Like I said, just kind of tap it on the battery, and that ought to wake it up. So now, when you put this all in here back together and turn the switch on, boom, you should have some juice in the battery. And now, when the sun comes out and activates the solar cell, it should start charging the battery. And that's how you wake it up. Good luck.